Peace and abundance, soul tribe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. It took a little bit of effort. Ooh, today, talking about being like water, y'all. I had to really practice that and be that to make sure that I deliver on my word and gather with y'all today. All right. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't already, please go ahead and get you some water, get you a mat. If you're not in a space to be able to attend this practice, like physically be able to do the movements and everything, because we want you to be safe. It is okay. Listen in if you can. Check the replay. We will have this video up for however long we are allowed. But let me allow myself to center myself, calm myself, ground myself so that I can properly greet you all. Greetings, 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 Soul Tribe. Happy Friday. What a wonderful, wonderful day it is. I feel amazing. I am so excited about today's practice. We have my amazing sister. If you check out Mindfulness Mondays, you've already met her. She is not a stranger to the network, and it is Empress Nia. She will be here facilitating yoga all the way from the island, y'all. Like she's so amazing. I'll let her introduce herself and where she is and all of that good stuff. But today's practice, basically, we're going to open with a little bit of breath work, centering ourselves. It's Friday, so our Monday through Thursdays can sometimes get a little hectic. We gather here on Fridays to just center ourselves. So we're going to be incorporating breath work and yoga into our practice today, a little bit of movement. Empress is an instructor, so I have no doubt in my mind that she knows, how to get y'all loosened up and ready for the weekend. I ain't going to keep on keeping on with this talking. I'll let this beautiful, beautiful Empress introduce herself and just give a little tidbit about yoga. I know there are some faux pas and stigmas concerning yoga. So we're just going to set the record straight so that we can get this thing going today. Empress, if you will. I think are you muted? There we go.
Okay, great. All right, so give thanks. We are going to Actually, the kind of yoga practice that we're going to do is going to be very similar to a what we call Kundalini yoga. So the purpose of yoga, or at least how I harness it as a daily practice, right, is to activate a level of wellness, whether it's mental wellness, whether it's spiritual wellness, whether it's emotional wellness, and certainly physical wellness. So, yoga itself is a medicinal form of healing naturally. And that's what we're pretty much going to do. We're going to do in terms of learning how to integrate this form of medicine into our lives so that we can experience a daily healing, through the means of yoga. All right, so if it's all right, goddess, I would like to get into the practice. Or how do you want to lead in the practice, or do we start?
Well, what I was just gonna do is I was gonna orient everybody to the practice real quick by doing a little short breath work exercise, and then we'll build up to the yoga practice, if that's all right, if that flows for you.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So like she said, this is a practice that you can incorporate in your daily. I love yoga. I teach my children yoga just by doing yoga. I don't intentionally say, hey, this is this pose, that pose. We just allow it to flow. I know stretching feels good. It's good for circulation. It oxygenates our cells, our body. It gives me energy. It grounds me. It raises my consciousness and my vibration when I'm feeling low. It's a daily practice for me. So I definitely incorporate it as a part of my self-care ritual. Just like I brush my teeth, I get up and I comb my hair, I'm hitting my yoga poses. And how long my sessions or my meditation sessions last, I don't set an intention for a specific amount of time. It's just enough for me to get full. So don't feel like you gotta practice 2 hours every day or meditate for 15 hours a day. Just enough for you, allow your body to know when is when and what is enough. So with that being said, I want to let the professional do the yoga portion, but I did want to just do a little bit of breath work for us today. And I just want to let you know, thank you so much. My apologies, y'all. I'm getting my air fixed. So I got people working in and out of the house right now, and they got it fixed for us because we burnt up last night. We was in this joint sweating. So we good down there. We just giving me the thumbs up, so it's great. So as we get started with our practice, I just want to remind you that we go through a lot on our days, like a daily basis. We go through all different kinds of turns and bumps and, roadblocks. And we can't always control what happens on the external, but we can control what happens on the internal. And yoga, mindfulness, meditation helps us to center ourselves to be able to get back to that internal, because we can't control things that happen around us or that go on around us. Like today, the air went out right before my practice, right before I'm supposed to go live. However, you just have to be like water. You have to be like water and flow and be fluid in what you do and just have fun, be light. Just know that trying to control things only makes it difficult because you can only control self, all right? And low vibrational feelings like guilt, shame, worry, fear, a lot of that going on right now, it can really hold us back. Really make sure. Is that my end?
No, that's I just that's Skype. Like I'm getting.
No worries. It's cool. I just got it muted. It's fine. All right. Just want to make sure I wasn't getting distracted because I get a little sidetracked over here, squirrel brain Z. But anyway, just want to let you know that emotions have vibration. Certain emotions create hormones in our body, and if we do too much of that, it can cause disease. Low vibrational emotions like anger, fear, guilt, things like that, like I just described. So it really, it physically keeps us from elevating higher and experiencing emotions like joy, peace, happiness. Those things are higher vibrations. So we're weighed down by that fear, that guilt, those heavy emotions that really tend to make us feel bad. Then we really don't make way. We create blockages from being able to experience those emotions that make us feel good inside. So I say all that to say we can choose to feel what's best for us. We can choose what emotion or what frequency we want to tap in. And anytime we allow someone outside of us to choose that for us, guess what they're doing? They're controlling us. So when we talk about self-mastery and grounding ourselves, it's all to balance out the internal and the external so that we're well and that no one is dictating the way that we feel, especially if it's unfavorable. All right. So whatever stories you or thoughts you've been holding back and replaying over and over and over again, I just want you to give yourself permission. If you don't like those thoughts and those feelings, to just rewrite that story. Give yourself permission to feel something different. Okay. Choose your emotion. All right. So again, we can always choose what we want to feel. And we fulfill our dreams and our destinies when we're aligned with happiness and feeling good and operating from the heart space. So that's really important. All right. So that's my little TED talk before we get into today's practice. But I want to just connect, take time to connect and breathe before we proceed, because it's really, really important that you connect with yourself prior to these practices. And it's just really simple, just breathing normally. And what I like to do is just pretend like I could see the breath going in my nose and following down my respiratory tract. And then I'm harnessing it into my belly. So my belly expands as I breathe in. And then as I breathe out, I'm watching that breath release, holding on and grabbing anything that doesn't serve me. And when I release that breath, I'm releasing whatever's been stagnant. So I'm physically engaging myself with the breath. And with doing that, I'm present and I'm focused. So let's start by doing that. Just taking some normal breaths in through the nose and just however feels comfortable for you, but making sure that breath reaches down to the diaphragm or the belly and harness that breath there for about 2 or 3 seconds. Really feel it, let it build, and then release. And when you're releasing any stagnant energy or anything that does not serve you anymore. Okay? All right, so let's take a few moments just breathing, being present with our breath, the very life force that energizes us and gives us life here on this planet. So we're going to do a couple of those breaths like I just explained, and we're going to start by connecting with the mind. And we do that by just, what's on our mind right now? What are we thinking? What's going through our busy brain? What's that mental space looking like? Is it cluttered? Is it clear? Is it foggy? And I want you to just mentally release anything that may be keeping you away from this practice right now. Just set it aside in a little compartment. Just keep focusing on the breath. Breathing, breathing, breathing. In through the nose, down through our diaphragm, our lungs, the heart space, holding in the womb space, allowing our belly to expand, and then releasing anything that no longer serves us. All right? And now that we're tapped into, keep breathing as you listen to my voice. We're tapped into that mind space. Let's tap into the heart space. Healing is holistic, mind, body, and soul. So let's tap into that heart space. You can even put your hands over your heart if you want. What are you feeling? Is your heart open? Are you feeling closed off and needing a little bit more love today? Or do you have a little extra to give to your neighbor to allow it to overflow to those around you? Just really take a couple of seconds and tap into your heart space. What am I feeling today? Do I feel the love? Am I loving on myself? And if you haven't, take a little time to just send yourself some love. Imagine a white light or a heart, and you're just sending yourself that energy into your heart space. Love on yourself. You deserve it. Right? Take a couple deep breaths here, resting in that newly restored and replenished heart space that you just gave that amazing energy to. Take a couple breaths here, breathing deep, really releasing anything that can be holding you stagnant right now. All right. Y'all ready for the soul part? Ladies, I want you to take your hands, make them like a triangle, inverted, put it on your womb space. So we're making an upside down triangle on our womb space. And we're going to talk to our wombs real quick because we want to incorporate our wombs in the practice. It's mind, body, and soul. And if you know anything about the womb is the seat of the soul. That's where the soul resides. Any memories and good, bad, or indifferent that we're holding on to that are programmed into us, they're housed right there in that womb space. So we really want to take time to touch bases with her every day. So we're going to take this little bit of time to really think of something that we want to speak into our womb space, or something we want to tell her, like she was a close, near and dear friend, like she is. Just breathing in, imagining a bright light, sending your womb some love, and just talk to her. Send her a message. And you can do that as you listen to my voice and just continue to breathe as we previously discussed. Breathe, breathe, and send her some love. Send her some love. What do you want to say to her? What is she saying to you? What do you want to clear out of that space? What do you want to release? You can always do this. In fact, I recommend you do it on a daily basis. I do it several times a day. This is your wisdom, okay? The mind is the logic. The heart is the love. The womb is the wisdom. All right? So we're going to take one deep breath, imagining a light at the top of our head, connecting the mind, the heart, and the womb. And as we breathe in, that light is going to travel from the top of our head down to our womb space. And we're going to release out the mouth with a big sigh, just releasing anything that's stagnant, illuminating that mind, heart, and womb space, okay? So on the count of three, we're going to give it one good inhale, allowing our belly to really expand, getting in that good prana. And then we'll hold it there for however long we can and just release. I want you to even make a noise if you can. Side out and release it. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Imagine that bright light at the top of your head. Breathe in. Mind space. Illuminate the heart space. Illuminate the womb space. Hold it there for as long as you can. Churn it up. Get anything out of there you don't want. And release. Let it out. You no longer have room here. No more rent and board. Cannot live rent free. Let it go. All right. And now that we're grounded in ourselves and in our practice, just shake it out a little bit. Get yourself used to your body. Get comfortable. And I will allow Empress to proceed from here.
All right. So give thanks for that, Goddess D. That was a very beautiful practice, and I hope that all are you able to hear me clearly?
I am.
Okay, good. I hope that I'm sure that everyone else enjoyed that. So we're going to continue with the connection that we've created of our breath. And we're going to link it to, as we call it in yoga, the asana. So with the movement. So come into an easy, comfortable seated position, right? So what that looks like is simply stacking your ankles above each other, or you can cross your ankles into a easy seated pose, right? All right, so I would invite you to lower your gaze or simply close your eyes. And as we close our eyes or lower our gaze, we want to take our inward gaze to our brow chakra, which is the first eye, right? And for those who are familiar with the first eye would know that It's also known as the third eye, but we call it the first eye because it is our spiritual seat of discernment. It is where we see the physical world first, spiritually. So let's take deep breaths here. We're going to take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's take two more. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale however you please. And just continue the pace of normal breathing. You can open your eyes now. So we're going to do some seated cat and cow, right? So for all of my watchers here, we're going to inhale our hearts and our chest forward. We're going to still work with the heart chakra in the womb as well as we started with the breath. So inhale our hearts forward. Exhale, rolling back. And let's just move easy, but intentional. So the best breath that we use for cat and cow, seated cat and cow, is we inhale through our nose and we exhale through our nose. Now this is a really safe prenatal posture. So no matter which trimester you're in, you are safe to do this cat and cow. Although many may know the early trimesters or stages of or weeks of pregnancy, you would probably want to postpone your yoga practice until, say, a later week. About 6 to 9 weeks. So anyway, we're going to inhale forward, open our hearts. Exhale, roll our backs, squeezing our bellies into our spines. Inhale. Good. Cat and cow is a really good heart opener. It's a heart purifier. It is also a womb opener. It's a good solar plexus purifier. It really helps with moving, just energy that gets caught up in there. Energy from everyday life, daily hustle and bustle. Energy from our cells. Yeah. So let's just pick up the rhythm a bit. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And at any time you would feel, say, any kind of lightheadedness, anything that makes you feel dizzy, you can easily come into a neutral position, neutralizing your back and spine, and then just placing your hands in mudras. I like to place my hand in the wisdom mudra here, and just take deep breaths in and out of your nose. But if you don't feel lightheaded, just keep going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, tummy to spine. Inhale. We're going to do one more minute. Of cat and cow. Another thing about the cat and cow posture is that it quickly stimulates the kundalini energy that dwells at the base of the spine, which is at the root chakra. So if we're feeling any kind of sensations, just know that it's working. Few more. Inhale. Where you are is fine. Few more breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in through our nose, neutralizing the back and spine, holding the breath. You want to squeeze from the base of your perineum. So squeezing in your yoni if you can to harness that energy to just a bit more. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. So let's just roll our shoulders up and back. Good. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, rolling them back. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, rolling them back. So I'm sure everyone is feeling that. I feel good. All right, we're going to do something here, and just keep in mind that we have a limited view here, but I'm going to be sure to thoroughly explain what we're doing. So I like to start with the devotion mudra, having my thumbs placed at my heart chakra. Um, and this is a really good way to reset the energy as well through the practice of yoga, right? The devotional mudra is what I call it. So we're going to inhale our arms up into the ethers, up into the sky right above us, right? Palms can be either spreaded or fingers can be joined together, however you choose. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place the right palm of our hand onto the left knee, and then the left palm of our hand right behind us. And this kind of give us like a side stretch angle here. So we're going to actually take a deep breath in and erect our spine, lifting up the heart. And then we're going to exhale and try to turn as much as we can into this posture, looking over our shoulders. So we should be looking over our shoulders as much as we can, but we're going to sit here for just a few by taking deep breaths in through our nose and exhaling. Now, generally speaking, you want to move with your spiritual energy. So as it relates to your breath, you can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose throughout the entire practice, which is highly recommended. But if you feel like releasing something, if you feel like that there's something you need to, sigh out, you can inhale through your nose and exhale out of your mouth and just feel a deep, deep reset happening there. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. All right, we're going to gently release ourselves, coming back into a neutral position, and we're going to reset ourselves by bringing our palms together, placing our thumbs right in between our heart chakra. And we can give it a little massage there too, send it some love. It's been quite a revival here. quite a revival. All right, coming into a neutral position. All right. Easy seated pose. Stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale. We're going to inhale our arms above our heads into the heavens, as we call it. Palms can be spreaded or joined. Fingers, I mean. And then we're going to place the left palm of our hand onto the right knee. and then the right palm of our hand right behind us. So again, we're at this side twist here, right? So when we take a deep breath in, inhale, we're raising our chest, elongating our spine, and we're going to do an exhale and twist deeper into the pose here. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. So as we know it, this is a really good heart chakra opener. This is also a really good stretch, deep stretching pose. So we want to be in this posture for just a little bit longer, like maybe a few more breaths. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. So we're going to release ourselves from this position here. We're going to bring our palms together, placing our thumbs right on our heart chakras, center still. And let's just breathe here. Let's just focus on stillness. Stillness is an important characteristic of the practice of yoga. Stillness is where we can find a lot of stability, a lot of ease through dis-ease. Stillness is a place where we can tap into our intuitive centers, our intuitive center points, from our third eye to our crown chakra, to our sacral chakra, to our wombs, to our heart. That's where we can find ourselves within stillness. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. So we want to release our palms down onto our knees. And as we root ourselves into, the earth a bit more, we're going to do what I call seated circles, right? So seated circles is basically we inhale forward, exhale, roll to the left or the right, however you choose. Exhale backward, and we also inhale. So it's always going to be inhale forward. In and exhale. Now imagine we're still working on that heart chakra. Not only are we working on the heart chakra, the heart is a lot open when it's up in the front. We're also working on the solar plexus in the womb. And if you would imagine, we're working on the root chakra because we're rooted in earth, So the lower realms of the chakras are so important as it relates to yoga. I never neglect explanation as it relates to the chakras because as we know it, the energy that dwells within us have gateways, and the more that we attune to the gateway of each energy, we would find that they serve different purposes. So the chakras is basically a map, a guide to knowing oneself and harnessing the energy within one's spiritual, physical, mental being. So, yes, I'm going to inhale and exhale. Inhale forward, exhale back. And just get into it as deep as you can. Reverse, reverse. Inhale forward and let's reverse. Now we always got to do things on both sides when it comes to yoga. We can't be one-sided. We have to be well-rounded. So as we were on the other side, we're going to just reverse and continue with the flow. Inhale forward, exhale backwards. Four, three, two, one. Let's neutralize our back and our spines, taking a deep breath in through our nose. Let's hold our breaths here, squeeze as much as we can into this area, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing from the root of the chakra to the solar plexus of the chakra. Exhale. What a wonderful release. So we're still going to stay seated here on the mat. How's our timing looking like?
We are good. We have about 21 minutes left. We are great with timing. I'm feeling super.
Good. All right, you all. We're going to extend one leg here. So we're going to extend our right leg. We're going to try and be as unified as possible throughout this practice. So extending our right leg. And then we're going to press the sole of the feet, or the bottom of the feet, into the inner thigh, right? So our feet can be flexed, toes can be spreaded or as it is, but feet is certainly flexed, right? And we're going to reset ourselves, placing our divine devotional mudra, prayer hands into the center of our heart space. We're going to take a deep breath in, releasing and reaching our arms and spreading our fingers forward towards the heavens, right? And then we're going to turn into the direction of our right foot or leg. And we're just going to go as far as we can go. So if that may be your inner thigh, your thigh here, or your shin, grabbing your shin, or your ankle, or as low as you can go to your big toe or to the sole of your feet. You just want to grab and go as much as you can go. All right. So this is it's pretty normal to feel any level of tightness, but just breathe through it and we'll get through it that way. So taking a deep breath in through your nose. And if you're not tight and you feel very, very lubricated, that's a really good sign too. Yes, yes, yes. And let me see if you can see what I'm doing here. Yes, 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 yes. Taking deep breaths. Let's begin to walk our hands up our legs. We're gonna alternate now. Just keep it alternate leg. So extending the left leg and flexing the left toes and feet and the inner sole of the right foot into the inner left thigh. We're going to have our prayer hands onto our heart centers and inhale our arms above, over our head, turning towards the left leg and foot, and exhale forward, fold, bow to yourself, grabbing whatever feels comfortable for you. Your inner thighs, your shin, your ankles, soles of your feet, big toe, whatever feels comfortable. So let's just breathe here. Few more breaths. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. Begin to walk your hands up your legs, right? Going to come back into what's called an easy seated position, or as they would say when I was in school, Indian style, sit Indian style. Yeah, so actually, let's do that. Let's bring our palms together and generate some heat, rubbing them together, right? And we want to place the left palm of our hand onto our wounds and the right onto our heart. And just take a deep breath here. Breathing into the heart space and into the womb space. You want to exhale out of your mouth. Good. All right. Planting our hands onto our knees here. Um, I'm sorry. Let's plant our hands actually onto our shoulders. Right. There we go. Let me adjust this camera here perfectly. And then I can't quite think of a name for this yet, but we're just gonna inhale, turn into the left, exhale to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. So just go at your own rhythm and speed. And let's alternate. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Let's alternate. Neutralizing our back and our spine. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Holding our breath, squeezing as much as we can our stomachs inward. And exhale. Release our arms. So yeah, let's come on to if you all are familiar, let's first get onto our hands and our knees. Now this is called all fours or tabletop, right? And then from all fours and tabletop, we're going to step our right foot next to our right palm and our left foot as wide as we can. And we're going to get into now what is called um, well, they call this what is it? Yogi squat. I meant yogi squat.
I'm in the wrong position, y'all. Let me do this right.
Yeah. Yogi squat here. Good. And then since the concentration is booming, before we get in this, we're just gonna, move in this position. Move as natural as we can. Just move, right? Yeah. Just find some rhythm there. Now, keep in mind that yoga is a very, very ancient tool. It's a medicinal practice. It has its roots in the ancient civilizations or the elder civilizations of Africa. Kemet. We also have the Hindu tradition of it, which is what we're pretty much doing within this practice, right? So we're going to find a neutral seating and ground and just going to take some deep breaths here. Zee, do you have some affirmations we can say?
I do. I keep on deck. Let's do it. Want me to go ahead and get started?
Yes.
All right. I am one with my divine wisdom and power. Although sometimes it can get heavy, I overstand my assignment. I am trusting my innate divine wisdom to navigate me through this journey we call life. I am whole. I am complete. I am. Nothing outside of me defines my worth or my value. I define my worth and my value. I am a whole vibe because I am. I am deserving of an abundant and opulent life because I exist. I am present with the now because I know the present is a gift. I am seeking the divine wisdom within. I no longer seek external validation for who I am. My intuition is loud and clear, and I am listening. I am listening to her wisdom. I know myself, therefore, I know my worth. I value myself, and I love all that I am and all that I am becoming. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Ashe.
Ashe, Jah, Rastafari, give thanks.
Give thanks.
All right, we're going to come into a comfortable seated, just come into your bums again, and we're going to sit back as we were sitting, ankles stacked on top of each other, or you can cross them and tuck them in. And as we continue with the breath, the oneness of our breath and who we are and our wisdom and our capabilities, abilities, and assignments that we have been given here on planet Earth, we're going to really harness that thought and intention in this sealing of the practice. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And as we continue to get into our breaths, observe what's going on within us, taking note of what's been going on around us. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We affirm that we are divinely guided and protected in our journeys, that we are doing the work that is required and asked of us to do. We're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale for Om. All right. Inhale. Namaste. And blessed love.
That was absolutely beautiful and solely refreshing. Thank you so much. Empress Nia comes all the way from Antigua, and she has devoted her time every other Friday for joining us for practice. And I'm so grateful that we connected because this has done my body so much good on today. And she's just a breath of air, you know, the work that she's doing. She's doing great work. So many places for so many people. Just if they want to get in touch with you and learn about what you do, your mission, and all of the amazing things that you're a part of, how can they reach you?
Yes, great. Well, as it's like is on the Instagram, I have an account called Redemption Healing, and you should be able to find it there. Every now and again, I'll share some information as it relates to a natural childbirthing education class that I may do or feature, or information as it just relates to healing and wellness. Um, Also, you can reach me on the Facebook, and the name is Empress hyphen Nia. I'm gonna say Nia because it's spelled Nia, Nia, but I pronounce it Nia. And you'll see Isaac, which is Isaac. Uh, I alternate between Empress Nia Amani and Empress Nia Isaac, or Nia Amani Isaac, because I'm married. So my my birth name, or my last name is Imani, as in the faith, Swahili, and the Kwanzaa principle. So so it's purpose, faith, and Isaac. So yeah, you can find me on those things. I think really I like to push forth that I offer consultations as it relates to women who are seeking to transition from a certain point of their journey into another point, and they need some level of accountability, or if they need some level of support on what they should do nutritionally. I offer consultations, and I also do referrals because I'm aware of the different people who do healing differently with products that they may have, or programs that they may have that I may not have myself. So, it's all about working together, and I'm so grateful to have done this practice. So give thanks.
Ashe, we thank you so much for all of the amazing work that you're doing. Um, we were able to get your name up on so that people can find you on social media.
Yeah.
Again, I thank y'all so much for joining us. It's always a privilege and an honor. Mrs. Bergang, you are my absolute fave. She said that she's late, but she's joining us. Peace to everyone that took the time out. Trizana said she enjoyed every minute of it.
Wow.
Listen, it's only the beginning. This was amazing, Empress. This was truly amazing. You are truly gifted with your many works. I look forward to you coming back on the show Friday after next. Y'all, please join us. We're going to definitely advertise it so that you can set your reminder. Happy Friday. I love y'all so very much. Thanks for the continued support here on the network, BGN, Sports Media and Entertainment. I love y'all to life. Thank you for all of this, these opportunities to be able to present this to the people.
Yeah.
I will see everyone on Monday for Mindfulness Mondays. That is at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Please set your reminders. Follow the Blooming Lotus Birthing and Wellness Facebook page or me, Zamika Lockett, on Facebook if you want to stay up to date on when we will be going live and hosting these shows. But Fridays and Mondays, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Mindfulness Mondays, we'll have an amazing guest. And then we also have the amazing Nani Knows as my co-host. We will be kicking it off talking about birth work, the supply shortage with the milk, and all of that good stuff. Will work. It's going to be an amazing talk. So join us on Monday. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Peace and abundance, Soul Tribe. Take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. Be well. Namaste.
Namaste.